Hey everyone, welcome back to our journey through the Bible. Today, we're diving into one of the most magnificent construction projects ever recorded, Solomon's Temple. We're in 2 Chronicles chapters 3 and 4, and let me tell you, the details are absolutely breathtaking. So, after all the planning and gathering of materials we saw in the previous chapters, the actual building begins. Solomon starts construction on the temple in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah. This is the very same place where the Lord had appeared to his father, David, and where David had prepared the foundation. It's a location steeped in history and divine encounters. Now, let's talk about the sheer scale of this place. The main hall, the holy place, was about 90 feet long, 30 feet wide, and a staggering 180 feet high. The porch at the front was overlaid with pure gold. We're not talking about a little bit of gold leaf here. The amount of gold used throughout this temple is almost unbelievable. The Bible says the weight of the gold for the main hall alone was 600 talents. That's over 20 tons of pure gold. Can you even imagine? Every single detail was meticulously crafted. The walls were covered with gold, carved with palm trees and chains. The most holy place, or the Holy of Holies, was a perfect cube, about 30 feet in each direction, and it too was completely overlaid with fine gold. Inside this sacred room, Solomon placed 2 enormous cherubim, carved from olive wood and overlaid with gold. Each one was 15 feet tall, and their wings stretched out to span the entire width of the room, touching the walls and each other in the center. These weren't just decorations. They were powerful symbols of God's presence and protection. A beautiful veil of blue, purple, and crimson linen separated the holy place from the most holy place, embroidered with more cherubim. It's a beautiful echo of the tabernacle in the wilderness, but on a much grander, more permanent scale. Moving outside the main temple building, Solomon set up 2 massive bronze pillars at the entrance. He named them Yakin and Boaz. These pillars were over 50 feet tall and incredibly ornate, topped with capitals shaped like lily. They stood as monumental symbols of God's strength and establishment of his people. Then we get to chapter 4, which details all the furnishings for the temple. A bronze altar was built 30 feet square and 15 feet high. But the most impressive piece was the sea, a gigantic circular bronze basin. It was 15 feet in diameter, over 7 feet high, and could hold about 12,000 gallons of water. This colossal basin rested on the backs of 12 bronze oxen, 3 facing each direction of the compass. This sea was for the priests to wash themselves, symbolizing purification before serving the Lord. In addition to the sea, there were 10 smaller bronze basins on wheeled carts, 5 on each side of the temple. These were used for washing the parts of the animals for burnt offerings. Everything had a purpose, a place, and was designed for holiness. Inside, the golden furnishings were just as splendid. Solomon made 10 golden lampstands and 10 golden tables, placing 5 of each on the right and left sides of the holy place. And, of course, there were hundreds of bowls, snuffers, and other instruments, all made of pure gold. What we're seeing in these chapters is an unparalleled act of worship. It's not just about building a beautiful structure. It's about giving the absolute best to God. Every ounce of gold, every carved detail, every massive bronze casting was an expression of devotion and a reflection of the greatness of the God they served. It was a statement that God's dwelling place among his people was the most important, most glorious place on earth. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope this gave you a vivid picture of the sheer magnificence of Solomon's temple. If you found this interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.